The man is the strongest killer on Earth, but he never loads bullets into his gun because he is an accident maker. As the name suggests, he makes the target die accidentally. The man aims his scope at the oncoming car. With one shot, he blows out the tire. The car loses control and hits the target nearby. In this way, he perfectly completes the mission. Even if the police come, they will only think it's an accident because there are no bullets in his gun at all. Afterwards, the informant calls and asks him to pick up the reward in person. David doesn't doubt it. He just wants to get the reward as soon as possible. Then David arrives at the agreed place, but is attacked by an assassin. As a killer, David nimbly dodges all bullets. Seeing David unharmed, the man turns around and tries to escape on a motorcycle, but David will never let him go easily. He leaps into the air and knocks the man down. At this time, the assassin still wants to fight back, but he is no match for David at all. To avoid getting into trouble, David has to make the scene look like an accident, hoping to get away with it. Late at night, David receives terrible news. His ex-girlfriend died accidentally at home. On the day of the funeral, David comes to the cemetery quietly. He doesn't walk towards his ex-girlfriend's tombstone until everyone leaves. Suddenly, his ex-girlfriend's best friend appears. She tells David a secret. The woman was pregnant with his child before she died. This stabs David to the heart. He is determined to find out the cause of his ex-girlfriend's death. Although the news says the case was an accident caused by two burglars, David thinks things are not that simple. He doesn't believe in any accident at all. Then David comes to the crime scene, observing everything in the room. Through simulating the scene, he finds that after killing his ex-girlfriend, the robbers only took some change and left. This is completely unreasonable. He takes out his ex-girlfriend's autopsy report and sees that her blood contains a large amount of barbiturate. This drug is often used to treat phobias, but David knows it can also be used as a truth serum, often used in interrogations to force confessions. It must be that the killer interrogated her, then cruelly killed her, and put the robber's hair at the crime scene. Now he is extremely sure that his ex-girlfriend's death must be the work of a professional killer. Two of his colleagues often use such methods. Soon David finds the two men and throws the evidence on the ground. Faced with David's questioning, the two men look calm, claiming it's their mission. David finally can't help but make a move. The three immediately start a fierce fight. The two are no match for David. At this time, they start to apologize, saying that the mission was assigned by the boss, and they didn't know that the target was David's ex-girlfriend.
I scraped the fat off the woman's body, put it all into a basin, then added alcohol, and distilled it. After constant boiling, I made a unique perfume, just one drop, and it can drive people crazy. I dropped the perfume on my hand. The puppy was instantly attracted. It greedily licked the smell that belonged to its owner. But this was far from enough. My goal was to collect 14 bottles of perfume with different scents. That day, I set my sights on the princess. Her beautiful face deeply captivated me, but my attempt failed. To ensure the plan went smoothly, I abducted a pair of twins, wrapped them in cotton cloth, and repeated the previous steps. Just like that, the second bottle of perfume was finished. It seemed to have magic. When the irritable boss smelt it, he suddenly became gentle. In the days that followed, more and more women disappeared. People were too scared to go out, boarded up their doors and windows with wooden planks. The once prosperous streets were now empty. But due to the tight security in the palace, I couldn't find a chance to attack the princess. The king, knowing his daughter was targeted, hastily ordered her to be sent out of the city. At that moment, I suddenly woke up from the dream. I smelt the fading scent of the princess, so I chased after her in a hurry. But I didn't realize at all that my crimes had been discovered by the boss. I stood on the mountaintop, took a deep breath with my nose, and quickly located the princess. The next day, when the king woke up, he walked into his daughter's room and found her breathless. The king collapsed in tears. Meanwhile, I finally made the perfume of beauty, but then the guards arrested me. During the investigation, they found the clothes of 20 girls that I had buried in the soil. The king ordered me to be hanged. Before stepping into the execution ground, I opened the perfume. When the guards smelt it, they all showed me great respect. People were stunned by this scene. As I walked up to the gallows, the executioner suddenly knelt down and submitted to me. I silently opened the perfume. I sprinkled it on a handkerchief and waved it towards the crowd. Everyone who smelt it went crazy, and some even knelt on the ground, kowtowing and thanking me repeatedly. Seeing this scene, somehow I cried. My dream was finally fulfilled. Living no longer had meaning for me. When night fell, I poured the perfume all over myself. When people smelled the scent, they immediately surrounded me and tore me to pieces.